to storm the Capitol, to smash windows, to occupy offices, the floor of the United States Senate.
Losing my voice. We just went to the mall, as you saw. Oh, nice and shiny from that mask. And then we stopped at the high school on the way back because
we have some pizza too.
Our bus driver friends have been telling everybody at the high school about Sebastian, so he was well known. They came out with a special box of food. Oh my gosh, hold on. I can't even see it. Oh, so much mac and cheese. Hopefully my husband hasn't eaten lunch yet. Hello everyone. We are getting ready for quiet time. We just had lunch. Oh my gosh, guys. They gave us so much food. So our bus drivers are always telling us we should go to the high school by our house. That is where they pick up their food from to deliver. And they're always going off about how they do a great job, the food's really yummy, and they know about Sebastian because they've shared his photo and stories about him. So we've been there a couple times and it's just been like a really quick thing. Nobody's ever said anything. They just stick their head out like, how many? We say one and then they bring it. But this time we were heading up the stairs and I made sure to say, come on, Sebastian. And she's like, you're Sebastian. And they were going, oh, we've heard so much about you. You're so adorable. And then people started to like come out and say hi to him. Somebody was bringing a box up the stairs and he's like, oh, you must be Sebastian, right? Though he was saying stuff about Butch. And I don't know if he just got the name mixed up because our bus driver is Skip. They're both kind of along the same lines. So maybe he just got mixed up between bus drivers. I don't know, because I feel like Skip is already a nickname, but yeah, I think he meant Skip. But yeah, so he is very loved there. We're gonna have to make them a picture, right? Because so many people were coming out to say hi. They went back to get food. They did not ask me how much, so I'm like, uh-oh. I usually just say one because they can even split it if it's something they both like. But I see her loading up a box. I'm like, oh man. She comes out and it looks like so much. It looks like 4 servings basically. But we get home and I start to take it out and it's 6 servings of mac and cheese. He loves it, but he can't eat 6 servings of mac and cheese. I gave him and Jax each one of the servings of mac and cheese in these little chicken sliders that Sebastian likes. Sebastian ate all the mac and cheese in his cup, plus the meat and half of the bun. Jax had 1 bite of mac and cheese and like 2 bites of the sandwich, so. No, because we didn't have time. So watch whatever you want now. Yeah, so Jax won't try anything really. He won't let himself like anything. Well, he's gonna be hungry. I'm still losing my voice because I just ate. Anyway, we went to the mall, and lucky I guess for us, the stores have gone back to opening at 11. So we had plenty of time to walk around before things were open and there were more people. Starbucks was finally open though. When we ordered, I waited till 10 to try to order because I wanted to use the app, and the app said they weren't open till 10 even though we were there before then and they were open. So I waited till 10 and I went into the app, but then Jax wanted a Frappuccino. I still had extra stars. I had gotten a free one for Sebastian yesterday, so I was going to get a free one for Jax, and it said they were sold out, so we had to go in line. They weren't sold out, but their coffee machine was being cleaned or something, so me getting a decaf Americano, she's like, it's going to be 5 minutes, so we waited 5 or 10 minutes for them to do that and make everything, but we got some Starbucks. I only got 2 minutes of exercise time while we were there, even though I probably walked a mile and a half. It's just we don't go fast enough, and my heart was in chill mode today, I guess. It was like in my resting heart rate, even though I was walking and talking and drinking. But yeah, it felt good to walk inside. I'm just gonna have to do an indoor jog because that didn't count at all towards my exercise. It burned calories, but didn't raise my heart. Because we were up so early, I've already almost fulfilled my standing every hour thing. Everything's lowered down. My goals are all low for the winter season. Anyway, last night I was up, probably too late, working on his closets. This was a big jumble of clothes that were too small. I got 2 garbage bags filled with 2T and smaller. This is all mostly 3T with a few 4Ts that we've gotten. Sweaters I've made. That entire box down there is baby sweaters I've made. So I'm going to clear out all of this, organize it. Some is going to be other places. Some is going to be here. It's all homeschool stuff. This is homeschool stuff. But I want all of his stuff to be lower down. His clothes used to be up here and here, but he couldn't reach. So I think I might switch that to mostly like toys. And now he can reach all of his clothes, except for these. He needs help with those. So happy with that so far. And I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it tonight or another day. But that's our status. I'm going to go get ready for quiet time. It's a lot earlier than usual. It's going to throw me off, but more hours in the day today, I guess.
Is under an unprecedented assault, unlike anything we've seen in modern times. An assault on the citadel of liberty, the Capitol itself. To storm the Capitol, to smash windows, to occupy offices, the floor of the United States Senate, rummaging through desks, on the Capitol, on the House of Representatives.
quiet and noisy real quick whenever Sebastian emerges from downstairs getting his water. But yeah, let's talk about today. Let's do current affairs first. So today, a lot of important government stuff going on. Georgia, they failed to elect their 2 senators in the November elections because neither of the races reached 50% votes for a candidate, which means they have to do a runoff election. That was today, and so far it seems like Democrats won both races, and that will flip the majority of the Senate to Democratic. The other important thing going on is Congress was certifying, I hope that's the right word, the electoral votes to certify Biden as the next president. That by law had to be started today, though they have until inauguration on the 20th to finish it. There were protests planned by Trump's army of, what do you even call them? Supporters. The ones with the red hats. Keep America great, because it's so great right now. They were planning to protest, but what ended up happening, can you close the door again? Thank you. No, we're not going to do it tonight. He's too worked up. Thanks.
I said I would do that.
Well, you are not changed, so change. What ended up happening is they burst into the Capitol building. They invaded it, basically. Forced their way in. Holy moly. They didn't make it very far into the process. They being the senators, they had to be rushed off with gas masks into a safe area. They couldn't even be evacuated because there was just so many protesters and rioters. They became rioters. It's just sad and awful. Trump basically called for this. He keeps claiming that the election was rigged and he was robbed and he won, not Biden. Calling for people to gather and rally. So they did. And somebody died. I don't know the details yet, but somebody was shot inside pretty soon after they burst in, and she didn't make it. I was in shock watching the news. I cried when Biden made an emergency live speech. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna put you right here. Gonna zip somebody up. Alright, there you go. You don't have that long. So there was that. Biden called. It's gonna be a little chilly though.
That's okay. I can eat egg.
Biden called on Trump to renounce their actions, to tell them to stop and to go home. I mean, everybody did. And then finally, on Twitter, the president came on and gave the most ridiculous blurb of a speech, immediately saying that he won the election was rigged. We all know it. And he told the protesters, I love you, you're special. And told them to go home and not to get violent. It all sounded disingenuous. He sounds crazy. My husband's even wishing that Pence would take over until the 20th. That's how much he wants to jump out of there. I'm gonna be up late watching news programs. I know that for sure. Well, there was that. So let's just talk about our actual day and not the shit show that is our world right now. So I set an alarm for, hey guys, I need you to be quiet, okay? Don't get immediately worked up. Pick these dirty clothes.
It's cute. What's that mean?
You can still read it. It's still the holiday season. You're wearing a Christmas sweater. So I woke up early. I set an alarm for 7:30. Ooh, it was so gloomy and cold. Sebastian was asleep on my stomach. I let myself stay in bed till like 7:45, but then I forced myself up, snuck away, and took a shower. He finally woke up around then when I went to wake Jax up, and we all got dressed. Always a process. Sebastian makes it take so long. So we were running late. Turned out not to be a problem, but we had breakfast and we headed to the mall. As I said, it looks like everybody's moving their opening times later. So we had plenty of time to walk. We did not get any exercise minutes, like active minutes is basically what like Fitbit used to call them. But it wasn't a big deal. While I was cooking the soup, I took a little indoor jog in place. Getting better at that. Very effective at getting my heart rate up right away if I hop a certain amount. So yeah, we took a nice walk around the mall. It just felt good to be somewhere else and to still not have people near us. I allowed them each one store to go into. So we waited till 11. Jax chose GameStop, looked around there, and Sebastian chose a temporary calendar store, which has like toys. Everything goes 50%. I'm doing a lot of air quotes today because the prices are double and then they just go down to what they actually should be. He got a little car because he was ready to spend every last cent of his Christmas money on an overpriced crappy toy, and I just needed to get out of there. It's getting too late, so I was like, let's just get this little car. I thought it was going to be like only $250, but I guess the price she told me was already 50% off, so it just made it normal priced. But whatever. So on our way home, we stopped by the high school, as I said. They're so nice, but overly generous. We've got mac and cheese for days. 6 containers, a bit much. Jax didn't love it, unfortunately. I was hoping he would, but he never gives anything a chance. If it's not what he's used to, he'll take one nibble, say it's okay, and then never touch it again. He'll rather starve. Sebastian cleaned up a bowl, and I'll get him to eat another bowl tomorrow, but we have a lot of food. I can't help with the mac and cheese or the chicken sandwiches. Sebastian inhaled his little chicken sandwich. He loved it. Yeah. They're happy to get some milk and some more juice. I had some of the apples. I had to cook them. So I had them cooked and peeled after dinner tonight. I have a lot of allergies with apples this year. And I ate the Scooby snacks and the Sun butter they gave us. They give cute little cheese squares that we've never had on our bus pickups. So those are in the fridge because Sebastian didn't need cheese when he was already eating mac and cheese. So we'll save those for tomorrow. But they were so super, super nice. And he felt so special. And I could see he was glowing under that mask. I wish they could see his adorable smile with his dimples because his whole face. He was like feeling shy, but very loved, and he was so excited to run downstairs and tell his daddy when we got home. We are gonna have to go visit them again, of course, and maybe make them a picture. He loves drawing buses though, so I'll have to convince him that he can draw other things, he can make other collages. He's able to. Yeah, probably gonna go see our bus friends tomorrow and do our forced loop. We'll have to look at the weather. It's been so dreary and just cold in the 30s. I mean, it's January. We'll see. And yeah, came home, had that food. even though it was a couple hours earlier than we normally do our meals, Sebastian wanted to go up to nap. I mean, it just, well, not nap, quiet time. Because I think lunch just makes him sleepy. He'll start out lunch saying, I'm not gonna have quiet time today. And by the time he's done eating, he's like, let's go up now. And I'm still trying to finish my food. So we went up, and it was another one of those days where it's just so cold that I ended up just curling up, and he's like talking to me. I got to sleep actually for a tiny bit towards the end because I had a little dream. But not too much because he kept talking to me, which is fine. He talks about his shows, and sometimes he turns off the TV and plays a little game, and he's showing it to me. He's doing a coding game. Wow, I've been talking a really long time. My phone gets mad when I make these long video clips. Then we went downstairs, and that was when I just watched the news on my laptop for a while the kids played a game together on the Wii U. Then I got up and I made soup. My husband's planning to make chili on Saturday. Hopefully we get all the ingredients. Tonight is my night to lock in our grocery delivery slot. I used to do it Thursday nights for a Saturday slot, but I've moved it all the way to Wednesday over the holidays, and I just haven't changed it yet. So I'll go ahead and do that. But since he was doing chili Saturday, he thought we should have soup tonight, because otherwise it's like too similar of a meal. We wanted a few days in between. That was fine with me, because I felt like my lunch wasn't that healthy, having Scooby snacks dipped in sun butter and a few pretzels and some carrots. Yeah, then the kid, Sebastian is batshit crazy. Jax is argumentative. My husband hid in the basement for a little while, and I went into the dining room and just started a parlor bead, a really huge one that I'm gonna have to order more beads for. I'm doing Starry Night by Van Gogh. Just cropped to a square and put on an aromatherapy candle for de-stressing. Hopefully the night goes well and I just have some quiet. I don't think I'm gonna be working on Sebastian's closet tonight. I just wanna watch some news and chill and do my Animal Crossing. So yeah, that's it. Again, I've been talking too long. I'm sorry you have to stare at my lame face. But yeah, I'll let you go. Stay safe, guys. Our numbers in the county are up over 17%. It's going up. So yeah, wash those hands.